Alright, so I'm doing my book talk over Night Books. This is by J.A. White. In the genre, I would call it like fantasy, horror. There's also some adventure in there. So this book is about, so basically Alex, he lives in this apartment building. He lives on floor 8, and he writes these night books. They're about his like nightmares that he has, and he kind of twists the stories around to make it more interesting. He's got 3 composition notebooks worth of these stories. And the one night he decided that he wanted to get rid of them, so he wanted to go down to the basement and throw them in the boiler so they would burn. And he gets in the elevator to go down, and it stops at the 4th floor. And then he hears his favorite movie playing, and he gets drawn to this apartment, and this lady named Natasha, she's the witch that holds Alex and Yasmin captive. So that Alex can stay alive, he's forced to tell a story every night. So, I'm gonna go ahead and read an excerpt. This is from, when Yasmin and Alex are meeting for the first time, and she's kind of showing him around. Natasha really does like stories, Alex said. You weren't kidding. She makes me pick out a new book every night and read her a bedtime story, Yasmin said with clear distaste. Some of them are good, some not so much. Either way, Natasha always seems disappointed. I think she's read all of these books already, maybe more than once. She's dying for something new. Yasmin gave him a crooked smile, and ta-da, here you come, the answer to her prayers, her own personal story machine. She nodded toward a simple wooden desk in the middle of the floor. It was empty except for a jar of pencils and fresh lined paper. This is where you'll be working, Yasmin said, every day from morning to night, writing as many stories as possible. Lenore suddenly appeared on a stool in the corner, giving her a perfect vantage point of the desk. The meaning in her cold green eyes was clear, and I'll be watching you to make sure you do what Natasha wants. This is crazy, Alex said. Totally, Yasmin said, but do it anyway. Natasha's serious about this, Alex. You don't want to cross her. Besides, sitting in a nice comfy chair all day making up stories, it could be worse. So basically the plot goes on. Alex and Yasmin grow closer, and then eventually they figure out they have to get out. So I would recommend this book to people who like adventure and horror. There's always a twist. The story is never ending, but it's never the same. At the end of every chapter, something new is happening.